Hello, welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, I'm going to be doing a fall smoky look. I'm going to obviously start out with my eyebrows, and I am using MAC's Pro Longwear Waterproof Brow Gel. My cheeks might look a little red. I just got done from the gym and I'm still kind of like, I feel like I'm still sweating. After I apply my brow gel, I'm going to go in with my NYX pencil. My brows are kind of bold, but we'll work with it. Sometimes I just get carried away. Anyways, the next step is to take your paint pot. This color that I have is in soft ochre. I'm going to take my 239 brush and just place it above my brow bone, and that's the only place that I'm going to put it. Looks pretty sharp, but that's okay. So for the next color, we are going to take another paint pot, and the color is in black ground, and it's basically just a black paint pot. And I'm going to take just a little flat brush and pack that onto my lids. I'm just kind of smoking out the edges a little bit. The reason why I'm using a black color is just because the color of the eyeshadow will come out a lot more vibrant if I use this black eyeshadow. If you use a regular paint pot, I mean, I think it'll come out the same, but it definitely won't have that pigment and the color. This paint pot will also ensure that your shadow will stay on all day long and that it definitely won't crease up at the end of the day. So I'm dipping it in MAC's translucent powder, and I'm going to run that through my lids. The reason why is because when I do start blending, this will make the blending process just a lot more smoother. So the next color I'm taking is Wedge with the same fluffy brush that I just used, and I'm going to put that on my outer crease using this as my transition color. Once you feel like your eyeshadow is all nice and blended, we can move on to the next step. So I'm going back old school. This palette I've had since I started purchasing makeup. This was like one of my first palettes that I've had, and I just bought so many of them that I had to depot them and all that, so I combined all my cool tone colors in here. So here's my palette that I just put together, and we're gonna use this color right here. It looks kind of gray, right? Well, this is what the color looks like. And then I'll show you the difference. So I just dipped my finger in the black paint pot. These are the difference in the colors payoff. So that's why I'm using a black paint pot, just because the color payoff is just 100 times better. So I'm going to take my finger and dip it into this color Club and just pack it all on my lids. See the iridescent color that it has. I'm going to spray this 234 brush. It's really nice because it has one side is more coarse and one side is more dense, so you can kind of switch your brush around. This is a clean brush. I'm going to take the coarse side right here and spray it with some Fix Plus spray and dip it back into Club wet and just pack some more of that color. Isn't this color so pretty? Next, I'm going to take this little angled brush from Sephora and wet it also. And then I'm going to put this on my waterline, just bringing everything from that I did up top and bringing it down below. So the next color that I'm going to be using is this gray color. You know, honestly, I got this a while ago. You could skip this step if you are going to try this. I'm going to use my 224 brush. I'm going to go over it like in right above the color Club, just to blend in the color seamlessly so that it has a nice transition to it, since it is more on the gray side. All right, so the next color I'm going to take is Carbon by MAC. I forgot that I had it. I think I have another one somewhere. And I'm using my tapered brush. Carbon is literally the blackest black you'll ever find. Next, we're going to put some black liner on the bottom line. This looks so weird without the rest of my face on. The next step, I'm going to give myself like a tiny liner up at the top. I'm not going to really do a wing just because it's so dramatic. So this one is Maybelline's. All right, so now we're going to move on to the face. Yay, finally. I'm going to just spray my face with some Fix Plus spray. I'm going to take my dark concealer, dark circle concealer. It's orange and it's new from NYX, or not new, but it's new for me. The next product I am using is Pro Longwear Concealer by MAC, and the color I'm using is in NW30. I tried using it for a foundation, and when I took a picture, I was like, oh no, oh no. All right, and then I'm gonna go in with my damp beauty blender and just pat that concealer in. I'm just bringing it all the way up. Kind of using it as a highlighter as well. Using your damp beauty blender wet is definitely a must. So if you have one, then make sure you're using it wet. My sister, I think she bought one, and she was using it dry, and she was like, I don't understand this thing. So I had to let her know. All right, so we look like a ghost. That's our goal. For today's foundation, I am going to use the Cover FX Custom Cover Drops, and I'm not gonna mix it with anything. I'm just gonna use it as is. You really don't need much. I think I only put in like maybe 3 or 4 drops. Don't forget to bring it down to your neck. And as you can see, I'm not really putting any foundation in my concealing area. I'm going to use this contour stick by NARS. I haven't used it in a while, so I just want to use it. For blush, I'm using this Mineralized Skin Finish, and the color is in Brunette. Kind of gives you that highlight and blush all in one. Of course, Jaclyn Hill's highlighter, Champagne Pop. Oh, jeez. The lip color combo that I'm going to use is Stone by MAC, which is a really nice gray color tone to it. That's what the color looks like. And I'm going to be mixing that color in with MAC's Vino lip liner. All right, here we go. This color Stone is a color that you totally need in your life, just because you can blend it with so many different colors and make it look customized. One tip is to make sure that all of your brushes are clean, just because when you're working with colors like that, if they're not clean, it could totally turn into a mess. I practiced a few times, and you definitely need clean brushes. So this is a nice fall smoky look that I just decided to recreate before I actually do the fall look, the orange color. Don't forget to subscribe and share my video. Bye!